just to clarify stuff and address all the misunderstandings surrounding the situation. And this video includes a lot Benji Kroll, who's my ex-boyfriend, and he already made his own video explaining how he was involved. Now I wanted to make my from how I was involved in the situation, just again to clear everything up and move on from the situation. And Benji's good. It's Benji's video. It's really good and explains everything really good. Everything he says is true. I really recommend it to go watch and understand better the whole situation. I'm gonna be looking down because I have a script here so I can follow an order and to show evidence of everything I say. We met on TikTok. He followed me. I followed him back, and then we followed each other on Instagram, and then we started talking through iMessage and then FaceTime. Since we started talking, he told me he was 16, and at the time I was 17. And now this is a screen recording of the conversation where he told me he was 16. We started being closer. He turned conversations more sexual. I took it as a joke most of the times. Here he sent me his notes, and as you can see, I never asked for them. Then when we were on FaceTime, he often asked me to do stuff with him, and everything I did was under the knowledge that he was 16. That's what he said to me. And he asked me for my notes and stuff like that. Here he was asking me to send notes. This happened a lot of times through FaceTime, and in this case, I ended up ignoring him and I started a new conversation the next day. He had a Grindr account, dating app only for men, where he sent his notes to a lot of people, and he received a lot of notes from the other people, often really older, and he sent me all those pictures of those people he was talking to. He just sent them, and I tried to warn him that because he was planning to meet up with some of them and that he should be careful. He often would send me pictures of these guys or screen recordings like this one, where he showed me to how many people he was talking to. And this was his profile where he was saying he was 18. Then he sometimes talked dirty about Benji and asked me for Benji's notes. He would talk about Benji really sexually and increased till the point where he mainly talked about Benji. This being one of the last conversations we had. He later stopped talking to me when Benji stopped talking to him, and later he took a break on social media and after posted the thread on Twitter. I wasn't aware when I was talking to him, but he basically used my friendship with him to get to Benji.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a really good day. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Sebastian. I do tea videos, vlogs, story times. We are best friends on this channel, okay? So if you want to find a best friend who you can spill some tea with, hang out, this is your channel. So hit that subscribe button. It will help me out so much. And let's get on to it. So Jorge, also known as Jey Jey Gardi, finally broke his silence. Now, if you guys remember, Jey Jey was Benji Kroll's boyfriend at the time, and they were involved in this humongous drama where they were allegedly grooming an underage guy. Well, we all know how that turned out immediately. Everything went to shit. All of online made videos. Everyone was calling them groomers, canceling them left and right. And they were, of course, taking the side of the underage kid. Now, I remember that I also made a video, which I recently took down. And it was nothing bad. It was basically just saying that at the end of the day, we have to wait and see what is the actual truth. I don't believe in canceling people or ending people's careers or anything like that. I give everyone a fair chance because that's what we do. We are only human. And the reason I do this is because there are so many toxic channels out there who just want to end careers. And I thought it would be a nice, different, fresh of breath air to actually spread positivity, but also tell you what's going on in pop culture, right? So, having said all of that, I always thought, you know what? There has to come a time where the truth will definitely come out. Benji did, in fact, come out with a video some months ago. He broke his silence then, and, he said a lot of his truths. He showed screenshots. He did what he had to do, right? Well, we didn't hear anything from Jey Jey, right? We didn't hear a video. We didn't hear anything. We knew that he was getting help. He was going through a lot of mental health issues. Him and Benji broke up as well. Jey Jey finally broke his silence today, and he said a lot of interesting things. So I honestly think at this time we have to remember that as a society, we are so quick to jump on bandwagons, and we are so quick to judge. And I think this is a very good example of how the internet in a second turned their backs on people they loved because of this. Do you know what I mean? Now, he explains that the kid was 16, he was 17. So, I get, that's not, I mean, I think a 17-year-old can date a 16-year-old, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. You're both underage. So that was cleared up when the underage kid did all of these kind of screenshots and posts and all these things. He put in the title groomers. Now, when you put in that title and you put groomers and you put it next to two, high profile social media people, obviously it's going to get a lot of hate. And it just goes to show that you cannot trust anybody online. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think that Jey Jey or Benji are saints, or they are like Saint Mary's. Like that's not how it is. But they were in a very, very horrible situation, and I truly believed with my heart this whole time that there has to be more to the story. Now, the part that really makes me sad was when Benji woke up in the hospital and Jey Jey was nowhere to be found and he could not be contacted. I think that was very wrong of Jey Jey, but I also believe that he was only 17 at the time, and going through this with the whole internet is against you. There's talks of legal action happening, both going to jail, everyone leaving all these comments like, see you in jail, see you in jail. So obviously this poor kid is running to the fucking hills, scared as hell. You know what I mean? So I also have to really think about it, like they were just kids as well when this happened. And there are some people out there who really, really do have infatuations with certain social media stars, and they want to bring them down. Do you know what I mean? When he showed the screenshot of the 16-year-old showing all of these chats with men while lying about his age, saying he's 18 on these chats, it goes to show the mindset of this kid as well. So I hope that this kid, wherever he's at, he's getting the right help mentally. I hope that he is in a safe situation and he is not, doing things that could really hurt him physically or mentally. And I think that Jey Jey and both Benji, they still, I think, love each other, there's always going to be love there. The way Jey Jey said, I recommend Benji's video. He explained everything perfect there. I think that is super important, and it just shows matureness and growth. They are no longer together, but I can still see there's a lot of love there. I also think there's a lot of more things that maybe were not done perfectly, like for example, maybe blocking this kid from the very beginning and not playing along with it. That's why I'm saying no one's a saint, but I think they learned a huge lesson, and they both say, we're gonna try, and no, we're not going to try. We're going to be very, Jey Jey said he's going to be very serious about who he trusts online again. And that is honestly the best thing you can do. You do not want to trust everybody, because everyone's looking for clout, a come up, anything to make them relevant or to even bring you down. That's what is happening. So I think, yes, it took him a very long time, but I also think he was getting some mental health, work done. He's learning, he's growing, and I think the apology was very sincere. By the comments that I'm reading, people are being very supportive. People are being very, very just being very supportive to him. So I think Jey Jey definitely will come back. He said that the content that he's going to do is going to be for the better of people. And I think that is perfect. I think Benji definitely has moved on. I recently spoke to Benji, and I think he is such a sweet guy. And I think he just wants to move on. And I think Jey Jey, he's going to move on too. They're still very young. And, And I think that they've learned a lesson that not everyone has their best interest at heart, So I'm happy to see this kind of close, because I did the videos on Benji before and the situation, but I always kind of had it in the back of my head, when is Jey Jey coming out and talking? So I'm glad he did. I think it was very important. And I think now everyone can just move on. There's a part of me, I think, that would love for them to be friends, Jey Jey and Benji, and just create content and just be happy. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. What did you think about his apology? What did you think about how the situation is ending? I would love to hear from you. I am so grateful that you watched this video. Please, please, please subscribe, give this video a like, and share if you can. And I guess now we move on, right? I love you guys so much. Have a beautiful day, and that's it. It's Brittany, bitch. I don't know.